The last two things that we want to talk about with messaging are how folks can automate parts of their experience to reply to customers faster. If businesses out there are cost conscious, if they're resource strapped, I think we have some great stuff here to talk about that's going to help them automate more of their experience. And I also want to talk about how folks can extend and customize the messaging experience. So I want to hand it over to you to talk about what is super exciting here coming to admins using Zendesk.
Yeah, this to me, messaging is great and I really love it. I'm super excited, but this part is the thing that I'm really most excited about. And it's our new flow builder. And it's the ability for our customers to really, really easily build out flows so that their customers can get the answers they need really, really quickly. One of the things that really makes people nervous about a channel like messaging is that folks are worried that there's going to be more volume on the channel than they have agents to handle it. And Flow Builder really gives you simple to use tools to really help engage with customers and get answers quickly to them, or if not, sort of help them hand off to an agent either in real time or in a really seamless way so that an agent can get back to them when they're available.
I think Flow Builder, I agree with you. I think Flow Builder is incredibly exciting. I think when we walk through it here in just a few seconds, folks are just going to be absolutely amazed with how easy it is. When I had folks on your team, Shawna, take us through it, it's incredibly powerful. You can build everything just by clicking. You don't need to write any code. You say, customer comes into this brand, send them these options, and then route them down this path. And if it comes to this point, flip them over to an agent. I think it's incredible that people can build this just by clicks. I think it's really going to change the way that a lot of our customers provide service.
I think it's just going to make it so much easier for our customers to adopt channels like this. That's what I'm so excited about.
I think it's incredible. I want to jump into a demo and I want to show people what it looks like, but I know we have two other things we want to talk about here on the admin piece. The first one is that I want to talk about how folks can extend the messaging experience with this new set of messaging bot partners. Could you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, the other great thing about messaging, and like I said, because it's built on this fantastic conversational API, is that it is ready for bots. So we're giving you the flow builder to do some really cool super easy flows for your customers. But if you really want to go deep into really, industry specific or deeply integrated into other parts of your system to really deliver those rich experiences, we have a whole marketplace of bot providers who, with just clicks, you can integrate into our SDK and the agent experience. So that's something I'm really, really excited about. And I think we already have, dozens of bots available to just pull off the shelf and start using.
That's really cool. I can't wait to see what customers build with Flow Builder. I also can't wait to see all the different ways that customers extend this messaging experience. And then, Shawna, the last thing I want to talk about with you here is analytics. I think we're bringing all of these great messaging capabilities. Folks are going to need to be able to measure and understand the performance of their messaging channels. Can you tell us a little bit about what we are doing when it comes to messaging analytics?
Yeah, I think when you think about all of the different channels that you're using, we built the suite and then Agent Workspace. And the last part of that is the ability to understand what's happening across all of your channels, both historically and in real time with live dashboards. So we're really excited to be able to go into Explore and see sort of by channel what's happening across your organization. So understand who's coming in through WhatsApp versus things that come in through the website or your native mobile application. So the ability to understand how these channels are being used can give you really great insight and understand how you should do things like staff and manage these different channels.
I think it's an incredibly powerful thing to wrap up on here. And I bet everybody who's watching today is probably on the edge of their seat. We showed off all this cool stuff with Flow Builder. Folks have seen what it looks like for customers. Folks have seen what it looks like in the agent experience. Let's go ahead here and hand things over to Jeremy Korman to walk us through Flow Builder and show us how all of these great capabilities are going to work for Zendesk administrators.
Thanks, Andrew. I'm so excited to be here talking with all you people watching What's New at Home. And I want to switch gears a little bit. We just got done seeing in the last part of the demo what this whole messaging experience looks like from the agent perspective. But now let's look at it from the admin side of things. So I want to introduce you to our admin persona, and his name is Adam. So Adam manages a team of 15 agents, including Hannah, of course. And one of the key metrics he really cares about is customer satisfaction, CSAT. But unlike Zoe and unlike Hannah, he's a little bit more of a cat person. So Adam, like any good admin, starts his day by looking at the key metrics, and he starts his day often by looking at what's happening in Explore. So we're here in our Explore real-time dashboard where we're getting updates in real time. Now, one thing that's really nice about these dashboards, of course, since they're updating in real time, is you can set a threshold. So if you want to get notified whenever a particular metric goes above a certain threshold, you can get notified. You can see a visual indication so that your attention is drawn to that part of the dashboard. So in this case, Adam really likes to keep an eye on his chat queues or the number of people waiting in line to have a conversation with his agents. So in this case, that threshold is set at 20. And since we're right now at 25, that's why that part of the dashboard is flashing orange. Now, Adam's already done a little bit of digging into the data, and he knows that so many of these people are reaching out and asking a very common and easy question. They want to know how can they download content from the Streamy platform down to the Streamy app so they can watch content offline. Now, this is a pretty simple question. This is something that we can handle with AnswerBot and with automation. So I want to jump into our newest tool, Flow Builder, and I want to show you just how easy it is to automate this. All right, so now we're in Flow Builder, and let me show you around a little bit. Now, when you build out a flow, it's basically a visual representation of a conversation between AnswerBot and your end user. Now, of course, like any conversation, you're going to start with a greeting, and that's what the first step is. And of course, you can customize this greeting to be whatever you want. You can make it represent your brand and say hello in a way that represents your company. The next step is going to be a series of options. This is where you take your flow and you branch it out, almost like a decision tree. Whatever options you put here are going to show up as quick reply buttons to your end user. Now, one thing that's really nice about Flow Builder is at any point, you can click on the top right button up here where it says Preview, and you can see exactly what this is going to look like to your end users. Let's go through that exact same flow that Zoe went through earlier on in the demo. Zoe got to right here. She clicked on Technical Support. She ran into an issue where she was unable to stream her content, no available devices. So if we click on that, you'll see that whatever I'm interacting with in this preview is also what's getting highlighted in the main window within Flow Builder. When we get to this part of the flow, this is where we have AnswerBot configured to help with an agent escalation or a transfer step. AnswerBot's going to ask questions like what's your name, what's your email, what device are you on, and all this information is going to be collected and then mapped to a ticket field that can be viewed by your agents so they have the context that they need to jump right into troubleshooting. But the issue we want to address now is a little bit different. We know that a lot of people are reaching out to streamers saying, hey, how do I download content to my streamer app? So let's add a fourth option to this step that addresses that question. So I'm going to configure this step and add a fourth option. I can type it in right here, unable to download content, or how do I download content? Whatever I type right here is going to show up within this step of the flow. And then anytime you create a new step in Flow Builder, you're going to be able to choose between 4 different options. You can either just send a message, which is pretty straightforward. You can link to a Help Center article, anything you have within Guide. You can present another set of options if you want to create another layer to your flow, another set of branches. Or, like we talked about earlier, you can transfer to an agent. You can set up an escalation process. So for this case, we know we have an article that's a really nice step-by-step guide. It tells people how to download content to their streamer app. So let's just show a Help Center article right here. So when I click on this step, I can type out the exact message that I want AnswerBot to say. And then I can also search right here for an article within Guide that we have already created that addresses this. So when I link in this article, we have everything set up. I can click on Preview one more time to see what this looks like from the end user's perspective. It all looks good to go. So the last thing we got to do is click Publish. And just like that, our new flow is live. Now, this is one more thing that AnswerBot can take off of our agents' plates. It's one more thing that we can handle with automation and help boost our team efficiency. All right, now Flow Builder is pretty great and you can do a lot of amazing things. But if you want to go beyond the out-of-the-box experience, You can also do that using Sunshine Conversations. Now, when you have a Sunshine Conversations license, it means you can extend your conversational capabilities even further. I'm talking about things like third-party bots, automations, integrations, basically being able to pull in and do a data dip to any of your third-party systems. You can also set up proactive messages or use some of our advanced message types. Now, for example, if we wanted to present Zoe a list of movies that we know she's interested in, we could do this using Sunshine Conversations. We can build an experience like this where we present Zoe with a carousel of dog-related movies because we know she's a dog lover. And if she decides that she wants to watch one of these movies, she can click Rent Now directly from within the messaging experience. Now, since this isn't included in Zoe's subscription, it means it's going to require a little extra payment, but that's no problem at all because you can build in payment experiences as well. So Zoe just puts in her email, her credit card information, clicks Rent Now, and just like that, she's off and running and able to start watching this new movie that she rented. So as you can see with Sunshine Conversations, you can really take your conversational experience to the next level and bring in all these amazing, rich new message types. All right, so to wrap up the third and final section of our demo, I just want to give you a quick recap of what we covered. First, we jumped into the Explore real-time dashboard where you can see what's happening with your KPIs in real time. Secondly, we jumped into Flow Builder, where we were using our click to configure tool to automate and use AnswerBot to guide customers to a resolution or even collect information before escalating to an agent. In that third section, we looked at how you can go beyond the out-of-the-box experience with Sunshine Conversations. So with that, be sure to sign up for the Messaging and Flow Builder beta and check out the links in the console for more information.
So thank you, Jeremy. That was an awesome demo of Flow Builder. I think it is an incredibly powerful capability for all of our customers. And Shawna, I want to say everything that your team is building and delivering looks incredibly powerful. You know, at the start of the presentation, we talked about how it's important to make it easy for your customers, how you need tools that will help set your team up for success, and how you need capabilities that work the way that work best for you. And I hope through the presentation today that folks saw that as we talked about everything new with messaging. When it comes to making it easy for your customers, we talked about that customer-facing side of messaging and those rich messaging experiences that you can provide for your customers. When it came to setting your team up for success, we talked about the agent workspace and how it now includes messaging and makes it so easy for your agents to engage with customers over messaging channels. And then finally, when we talked about tools that work the way that work for you, we talked about Flow Builder, which is an incredibly powerful way for folks to build these messaging flows and ways for a customer to engage with clicks and no code. And I just think everything that your team is delivering, Shawna, is just incredibly powerful.
I mean, it's so much fun. I think one of the greatest parts about this job is that I get to take things that are really, really powerful and traditionally really hard and make them easy for our customers. It's a fun challenge.
It is indeed. Before we wrap up, I want to know, is there any hint and glimpse into the future that you could give us for any of these areas? Or do you want to, if folks had to leave today with one thing, what should they be excited about? You could answer either or both. Either or both.
Well, I mean, clearly, messaging is going to be a huge part of what we're doing this quarter. And I think, we're going to continue to build out capabilities here over the next year at least. We really do think it is the future of how great customer service is delivered.